So this is the second video in our Fundamentals of Technique series. We're going to have a look at pliés. Plié is the first thing you learn and probably the last thing you'll ever master as a dancer. Plié is an essential thing. It's used in pretty much every step there is in classical ballet. Every jump starts and ends in a plié. Same for pirouettes, and it's same for so many other things. For me, there's three clearly different kinds of plié. You've got your plié that you use for rebound, that nice bouncy plié that pushes you back up into the air. You use it when you do lots of sautés in a row. You maybe use it for a lot of grand allegro exercises, maybe seesaw in a row where you have to bounce from one side of the room and back again. So that nice, easy rebound. You've got your squishy, secure plié that you maybe use after things like grand jeté in the slower grand allegro exercises, where you need to be able to land and control that back leg and hold it in place and not land heavy, not land with the body dropping down. So a nice strong squishy plié. The last one is a smooth transfer plié, something you use for transfer of weight. You'll use it a lot in waltz steps like balancé, like pas de valse, like pas de basque, to make all of the movements you do nice and smooth, nice and easy and effortless. We're going to start off by having a look at our rebound plié. Okay, so first exercise for rebound plié to help us find that ballon, that natural bounce we need to keep our jumps sustained, to keep our jumps nice and high, to keep them nice and easy as well. This is a recap of an exercise we did in our last video, stance and posture. So this one, it's the rebound. You've got your feet in first position. Again, you can have that nice, easy, natural gap. Check you've got your active heels working. Check you've got your pelvis in place. All we're going to do is just 8 rebound pliés, so pressing the heels into the floor. It shouldn't be sustained and smooth. It should bounce off the bottom of your plié and pop up into the ceiling. Really feel the length of those legs at the top of each stretch. Let's give it a quick go now. So feet first, heel tall, rebound, hold stay, 3, 4, rebound, hold stay, 3, 4, rebound, hold stay. Now let's do 8 twice as quick. Here we go. Rebound, push and hold. Rebound, push and hold. Rebound, push. Rebound, push. 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Last one. Make yourself really, really light here. Hold it, stay, and relax. Well done. Okay, so second exercise. We're going to go wider with the legs, so you can drop down deep into that plié and make your legs work harder. This one is all about finding that nice light feeling in the upper body that helps you feel nice and light when you're up in the air, gives you that floating feeling a little bit better. So give your arms a big swing like this. Don't worry too much about hitting, sort of ballet positions. You are just swinging. Feel like you're holding heavy shopping bags with your arms, so it's heavy at the bottom and nice and light at the top. Feel like your fingertips are flying up into outer space as you go. We time that with a nice deep plié, and you're bouncing off the bottom of your plié, pushing your heels into the floor and really pulling up the knees so you feel almost like you're jumping already. We're just going to do 8 of those. Let's try it with some music. Here we go. So arm second, we go. Swing, hold, stay. Swing, hold, stay. Swing, hold, stay. 4 more. Make sure you're keeping your tail down when you hit the bottom of each plié. Feel the length in the hips as you hit the top. Last one, and keep reaching those arms. Feel tall, really tall, and float down to the floor, and relax down. Okay, so this is the last video in our rebound plié. We're going to be making this jump now. We've moved into our upstairs studio, so we've got a bit more space. You're going to want some more space as well. Make sure your ceiling's not too low. Make sure the floor isn't going to be too noisy for you as well. We're going to be swinging the arms like in the last video, except we have a clap as well. Now that clap is the exact moment that your feet push to make you take off. And this nice big circle that the arm's doing, that's meant to be the entire time that you're up in the air. Okay? So we're going to do 3 things. We're going to start the clap going, then we're going to add in some jumps and time those jumps to meet the clap, and then you get rid of the clap, and you should have these nice, easy, bouncy jumps that spring up into the air, half a throw moment before they come down. So not sort of heavy down sautés, but sautés that bounce. Okay, so off we go. The feet can be a bit relaxed, don't worry too much about that position yet. Maybe go back and do this one again afterwards and work on the positioning better. But for now, let's just clap. Swing those arms, clap, clap. Start to jump and time that jump with the clap as the second time. Get rid of the clap, keep bouncing off the floor, and you've got your bounce. Try that a few more times, and then start to tighten up that position as you go as well. Good work. Okay guys, so we're on to looking now at our squeezy plié, the one you need to control your landing when you're doing your bigger jumps like grand jeté. So first thing we're going to do is just feel how much those legs need to work when you're aiming for a squeezy plié. So take your arms out to the side and just touch your shoulders and open them out and do that a whole bunch of times. And pay attention to how much you're feeling that, or rather not feeling it at the moment. Try that same movement again, but this time slight difference. You're going to make a bicep, make the biggest muscles you can. Keep those muscles as you do the same movement, opening and squeezing, and you'll feel it working at least twice as much, from now, probably more like 10 times as much. Do that with your legs now. Stand in first position, do a couple of pliés, lazy pliés, and then squeeze everything. Squeeze your glutes, pull up your knees, and try that same plié. Now, if you're doing it right, you'll probably find your legs shake a little bit, especially as you get towards the top of your stretch, or maybe as you get towards the bottom of your bend, but you'll definitely feel everything working just that little bit more. Let's try a quick exercise to see if we've found that proper squeeze for a good sustained landing. We're going to do 3 sautés in first position. This is slow music. That third and final one, you squeeze and you hold. Spring out to second. 1, 2, 3, you squeeze and you hold. 3 changements, you squeeze and you hold. Now this is the tricky one. 3 petit jetés, so you're now also landing on one leg and have to squeeze and sustain that plié. Then you go back, you do the whole thing again. 3 in first, 3 in second. 3 changements, make sure you swap the other leg in front first. 3 petit jetés, also the other leg first of all, so that we're on the other side. Let's give that a go with the music now. Stand in first position, ready. Squeeze everything now, so you feel it working before you go into your first jump. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold this one, don't move, and squeeze, stretch. Okay, so our next exercise for squeezy sustained pliés, we've got grand échappé. Do the biggest jump you possibly can. If you've got the space at home, you can maybe take the arms to 5th as you hit the top of the jump and open 2nd as you land. From landing your second position plié, make that a full plié, get right down. You're going to stretch up tall, no jump there, just stretch the legs. Before you bend and you jump back in to do the whole thing again. So it's a huge échappé out, bend and stretch, and then bend again, get down to your full plié to do a huge fermé close. We're going to try and do 4 of those in a row. Your legs will fall off at the end. You're going to be really tired after this one. Again, if you've got the space, maybe take the arms up. You could do 2 with a normal port de bras and 2 with a full port de bras possibly. If you want to make it really tricky, I guess you could beat those legs on the way out and beat them on the way in as well. Why not? Okay, stand in fit position, ready? Arms in bra bar. Here we go. Slow music, take your time. Again. 2 more. Last one. And relax. Well done. Okay, so last exercise, and this is the big killer exercise. You're going to need some space for this one. Maybe get outside in your back garden, get some nice springy pair of trainers on to do this one. You don't need to be in ballet shoes. Get something that's going to soften your landing a little bit. Look after your knees. We've got grand échappé like we did before. Échappé from here. Jump from your 2 feet onto one leg, but also fouetté, so you land arabesque. From here, your supporting leg needs to fully stretch that foot as you take a hop valley through. And then assemblé, you can repeat that again. Échappé, fouetté, hop failli, assemblé. We do that 4 times through. and then repeat to the left side as well. Let's give it a go with the music. You might not really have the steps yet, but you can always wind the video back and have another go. In fact, do it a million times until your legs fall off. If you want to make it fancy, you can beat the échappé, you can beat the assemblé, you can even capriole before you come through an assemblé land. Okay, so a few variations there to make it that little bit trickier. Let's give it a go. Make sure you've got lots of space to travel that way, and then you'll have the same amount of space to come back again the other way. Feet in fifth position, arms in bras bar, here we go. So onto our third and final kind of plié. This is the plié we use for smooth transfer of weight. Things like balancé, things like pas de bounce and chassé pas de bras, that you want to make it look really nice and smooth. Effortless, rise and fall is probably a term you've come across before. We've got 3 exercises to help you with this one. First one, you can use the bar if you want to, but it works in centre as well. We're going to do double demi-pliés. So, find a quarter plié, find a demi-plié, come back up to your quarter, come back up to your full stretch. So our double demi-plié goes demi, quarter, demi again, and stretch back up. So it's got this nice, easy bounce to it as we go. Bend one, bend stretch, bend stretch, bend fully stretch. The arms as well. The arm comes down to bras bar as you demi. It comes up to first position, so you recover to your quarter. Back down to bras bar. So it's bras bar every time you're in your demi-plié. Stretch open. Bend up, bend out. Bend up, bend out. We're going to do 3 of these. 1 and 3. And then from here, plié, let your elbows soften as well. So that as you brush, you can find that arm again and transfer to second. Same thing in second. Quickly find your quarter and find your demi. Find your quarter and find your stretch. We go demi quarter, demi stretch, demi quarter, demi stretch, demi quarter, demi stretch, plié soft elbow, stretch be tall, close it in. And then you can do that all again. If you're working in centre, you can then disengage the other leg to do the other side. Otherwise, sorry, you'll have to wind the video back to go again. Feet in first position. Let's try the music. Here we go. Okay, so stand tall, prepare the arm, open, and 1, 2, down, up, down, third and final time, 1, 2, now we bend and we tendu, bend, brush, transfer, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, third and final time, 1, 2, bend and tendu, bend, feel tall, close. Last time, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 sets. Now we plié and we dégage, and find that second position again. 1, 2, bend, breathe in, breathe in. Keep it nice and floaty, nice and loose and easy. And plié, stretch, dégage, close back in and relax. Okay, so now we're in the centre and we're going to be moving side to side and again using that nice, squishy, smooth transfer plié just to help you move as smoothly as possible. Okay, you've probably done this one before, it's a really common exercise. We've got 2 plié transfers, the arms swing. We go 1, we go 2. On the third one, you pull your feet into 5th position. Don't worry about it being too tight. It's not about getting the legs locked together. It's about having this nice, easy, natural swing to the body. We keep going with chassé transfer. And we got the other way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can do that with a bit of a spring as well, so it becomes a gallop. Okay, and again, that's something you've probably done before. One you might not have done before is a tombe releve and transfer. Okay, the arms go around the same way, flat once they hit the top, and then they come through. You can have that nice little side bend with the body as well when you're on that balance. You're not really on your balance, it's not a held balance, it's a sustained balance. So really, there's no moment where you're properly on your leg. You fall through the balance and keep going nice and smooth. Okay? Try to have that feeling the whole time like you're on a roller coaster, gently going up and down with the movement. Let's try and smooth it. The breath will help with this one. Breathe out when you go down. Breathe in when you go up. Okay? We'll start with the leg dégagé and the arms in third position. Here we go. So arms. 1, 2. Join the 3. And again. 2 more. Now we'll try the galloping version. So a light spring to move. 1, 2. And now try the balance version. So ready on one leg. Tombe releve. 3. 1, 2. Tombe releve. 3. Good. Take a moment, catch your breath. We'll do that whole sequence again. So that's 4 times with the rise, twice with the gallop, twice with the tilt, and 3. Okay, ready? 6, 7, 8, and go. 1. Using the breath, make the knee transitions as smooth as you can. Now we gallop. Now we balance. Up. 3. 1, 2. Hold and 4. Stretch. Okay, last exercise for those smooth, sustained, controlled transition pliés. This is the trickiest one by far. You're going onto one leg and pushing back and controlling the other one on one leg. So that squeezy plié you've got to land in has also got to be the one that presses you out into your next pose. So it's controlled, it's one of the squeezy pliés from the second section, but it's smoothed out as well, so it kind of sits as a hybrid between the two kinds of plié. If you want to do this one, if you're at the level that you're dancing in point shoes, and you can roll down safely on one foot and push off that foot, you can do this one in point shoes as well. Makes it quite a bit trickier, obviously, but the music is hopefully slow enough that you can give that a go. Let's try this. If you want to make it easier, I guess as well, you could pose to a flat foot instead of a demi-point as well. So that's one way to make it harder, one way to make it easier. We'll do the demi-point version. So, on the ouvert leg, pose forwards into first arabesque, squeezy controlled fondu, and then push out of that fondu, the arms change through first to fourth position, you've got a effacé devant. And then we go again, this time there's no first position, the arms swim through. So the spare arm, which hopefully is looking controlled and hasn't gone all floppy at the side there, that spare arm comes through the bra bar, meanwhile the other arm is circling back, you've got one more arabesque, squeezy fondu, then we pas de bras. There's a lift under the elbows to help pull you up into the pas de bras, change your alignment so you can go the other way. We go, pose 1, fondu push back, 2, fondu push forwards, 3, squeeze, pas de bras, and then you're back to try it again on your first side. Hopefully you can do all that without any sort of little hot moments when you come down. All of the pliés are nice and squeezy. We're not all perfect though. We'll see if I can get through it. We'll see if you guys can get through it. Make sure you've got some space and you've got your ouvert leg in front, ready to pose. You can brush or you can petit développé. Your choice. Just make sure those poses aren't stepping up. Don't cheat your poses. You push up, push out of the back leg to make yourself move. Let's try the music. So I had one little sneaky hop in there at the end. Hopefully you guys didn't hop too many times either. If you found you were a little bit hopping all over, take it back, try it on flat foot, maybe even go and grab a bar and use that to help you. But try that a few times until you can get really good controlled balance. A key thing is your eye line. If you take the eyes forwards into the arabesque and then look out on the efase, that will certainly help you. Be careful about flaring your ribcage as you go back as well. You want to keep the weight slightly forwards because that's where you're going in the next count. Anyway, good luck trying that one at home, guys.